Hi, happy Monslay.
Hey.
So I am with one of my one day retreat clients, Reyna. She unfortunately or fortunately started working with me like 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah, March 27th at the one day retreat.
Yes.
Um, Reyna, what do you do? Share with the audience.
Yes, I am a social media marketing strategist coach, and I also do social media management. I love helping people market themselves and grow their brand in the social media platforms and teaching them, how to use them wisely.
And you have an amazing story because we met virtually, and shout out to Rochelle because Rochelle connected us.
Shout out,
Um,
yes.
we you met with me in December, then you messaged me in March. So can you share with them? And I actually want you to share your story because I know people are going through anxiety with what's happening in the world right now, and a lot of people could relate to you. So what happened last month and what's an inspiration you want to share with them with what's fucking happening now?
I know. I can't believe it's barely been like a month. It was a month ago that I messaged you. But basically, well, our first initial contact was like back in December, and I just definitely saw a lot of value in like just Elaine's like consultation. And I in that phase in my life was going to honestly sign up with her, but then I was presented a job opportunity that lasted very shortly.
See what
And
happens when you don't choose me first? I'm kidding.
and then so I didn't really have like the time and until I was let go of that job. And honestly, it was like a blessing in disguise. And the first person that I could think of, just like I literally parked my car and I was like, I'm emailing Elaine because I need to figure this out. Like I'm gonna go
I
all
think
in.
you emailed me the day you lost your job, or was it the
Yeah.
day after?
Yeah, like I left and I parked my car like into the driveway, and like I didn't even go into my house. Like I don't mess around. And I was like, I just thought of you because I'm like, Elaine is super like helpful and just encouraging. And then the first thing you were like, congratulations.
Oh yeah, she emailed me that you lost your job, and the first word that came out of my emails, congratulations.
I was like, oh my gosh, that's all like just awesome. And we definitely had a strategy, and then I was motivated to sign up for your one day retreat, and I met a lot of great connections there. And it was just, unfortunately we couldn't meet in person, but I loved how like Elaine just works with what the situation is, where the people are at, and you like meet us where we're at. And I think that's like the best thing. Like you don't have like a general presentation that like everyone's heard. Like you want to know what people are struggling with and how you can support them, and like the latest news. And I love that, and data. And I think that I know that with her it's like great content.
What? Why did you want to work with me? What made you reach out to me?
Number one, you're like super real and upfront, and I like that you push me.
I was
I
just
love
pushing her right before this call. We're like 15 minutes late to the live because I just coached her. I was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah, and you have a lot of great like systems and strategies, and you know a lot of people, and you have a lot of great connections. So, working with you in any way is like amazing.
So you've been both to like my free, she actually signed up to work with me as a client in my one day retreat, but she actually has been to my free event. She's like, I missed the last one, I'm signing up. But
Yeah.
what should people expect from both the free event and the one day retreat? What's the
Oh,
difference and
they're
how?
so good. Like
Hell
in
yeah,
the
they
in
are.
the free, like it's incredible that it's free. And then the one day, um definitely a lot, like she's gonna make you share, she's gonna make you like do the work right then and there. It's very interactive. I felt like I never felt like, oh, bored, or it was, even though it was like a whole day, but we still were able to get so much done. I left with, when the main thing that I also love is like you give us action steps to like implement. You follow up, you check in with us, and like that's what I really love.
Yeah. And so can you talk to everyone what event you created? And just so you guys know, like, I make sure that each person has their unique signature plan, but we thought of a brilliant event for you to put together that also honors your culture. So can you share with everyone? And I think you have the next one. So go ahead and promote the next one
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So, I wanted to do a webinar, but I struggled with like coming up with a name because there's so many people doing like webinars or lives or something. And so Elaine helped me come up with the Bachata and Business webinar for entrepreneurs, right? And I loved it. So and that caught a lot of people's attention because I was in like a Latin dance team and I love to dance in general. So, that was like people knew that I can relate it to a lot of people that also like that type of music or that wanted to learn. And then it was, of course, like the business side of it. And I was like, this is so fun because it's like fun, but also, we can get down to like business and talk strategy and stuff.
Yeah.
So super cool.
And I mean, now you are making more money than your old job. So how amazing does that feel?
Yeah. I mean, crazy. I mean, I thought like pretty quickly I was able to make that amount. And I think it's mainly like mindset and like believing in yourself. And I also think it's the mentors, which Elaine, like I think she just pushes you to like, and again, gives you the strategy. And as long as you're like willing to take action, that's like the important part.
And for people that are watching that probably have been stalking me, but I want to ask you, like, what should people expect if they decide they want to work with me? What should they expect from me as a coach?
That you're gonna push them, maybe make them a little, I guess, have them take action and like, okay, you want to make that amount of money, then you're gonna have to do this, this, and this, or like that's your goal, you're gonna have to do this. So I think you're good to expect to like get shit done.
What advice would you have for anyone that's on the fence about working with me and joining the 1 day retreat?
They need to do it. Like you have to do Elaine's 1 day retreat, boot camp, webinar, whatever she can get. Like, because it's like it's just, and that's why a lot of people show up and like love her content because she's real and like offers so much value.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested, there are, I think, 7 spots left. So click on the link below, which is amazing because I haven't really fully promoted it, to be
Yeah.
honest. But this usually happens. Business tip: always sell before you promote and market. Just so you know, this is what I taught Reyna and everyone else in the 1 day retreat. And also, if you're on the fence, come to my free event on April 26th. It's actually focused on marketing. But Reyna, you've been to my free event. What should people expect from the free event? Like, why should they come?
Definitely to learn more about the system. I think that like systems in your business, follow up, scripts, it's more detailed compared to the webinar. It's the free webinar is super good, but the 1 day for retreat is
Is
very
more detailed.
beneficial if you want to like start implementing and creating like more strategy for your business.
Yeah. The 1 day retreat is more specific to you, and I go in depth, like all my, like, that's why it's limited to 12 people. I so focus on that. But I just want people to know, just in case, because as you know, like, me and Reyna actually talked back in December. So she didn't end up being a client until 4 months later.
Mhm.
But if people just want to check me out and date me at a free event, what should they expect at the free event? What benefits do you think they'll receive since you've been to one?
Networking with incredible people. I've been able to meet a lot of like potential clients or people that I followed up with, make connections.
And didn't you get a client too?
Yes, I did get a
So
client, and yeah, and a lot more like, I guess you can leads, but just friends and networking and a community. Like I don't want to call them leads, but like a community.
yeah.
And I at the free event, so much. I mean, I think it's also like just strategy that relates to like what's going on right now too, in our circumstances.
Yeah, it's just so you know, my webinars are not webinars. Like, I straight up make every single person, even if you're an introvert, talk. And there's small group discussions, and I give, like, my shit's so good. And I'm being confident with it that my paying clients who pay me come. I mean, if you're wondering what the difference is between my free event as well as my one day retreat or even my mastermind, is obviously in my one day retreat, my mastermind, they have more focused attention from me.
Mm-hmm.
They created a plan and we implement it.
Mm-hmm.
Where Reyna, who lost her job last month, is now making more money in it. And just right before this call, we were talking about a strategy for her client journey. And I was emphasizing this to her. And this is what I want to let people know is I don't tell you to be a copycat of me. I want it to be fully Reyna, which is why the business of bachata that worked really well for her. And we were thinking, okay, is this really what you want to do? And I was like, ask for feedback. So all of that.
Yeah, it was super fun. So I got to she'll meet you like where you're at, and that's what I
Yeah.
love about it.
Thank you. Any last words, Reyna?
Yeah, I feel like you need to invest in yourselves, either time, money. And Elaine is definitely the perfect person to invest in.
Yeah. So if you want to date me first, come to the free event, April 26th. It just takes time. You could wear your PJs, no judgment. You know, prom on top, PJs in the bottom. Or second, if you really want to just implement, integrate, and get strategy where eyes are on your business, and more importantly, you're creating business that's aligned to you and your personality, you should sign up for the one day retreat or DM me if you're interested. So thank you, Reyna. I appreciate
You're
you. I'll keep
welcome.
yelling at you because I want you to get amazing results and impact and income.
Yes.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.